So I got this side out, and as you can see, that's what's left. That's what came out of that hole.
Hey, what's going on, Brite Nation?
What's up, Lite Nation?
Hey.
So, it's about to start snowing and raining again, and we still have a trailer outside that needs work. Luckily, that ram was leaking, and we decided to rebuild it when I did. We got under there, and we noticed that there were no brake pads left. Like one of the rotors, two of the rotors looked really, really bad. So I jacked it up, pulled the wheel off, and it turns out there's no pad left. So, we got some new pads in, and during that time, also found that the bushings for the springs were gone. So we really got to thank this ram for starting to leak when it did, and leak badly enough to cause concern.
Thank you, ram.
Because during this whole search, I was like, oh, we'll just put new rotors and new pads on it. Well, guess what? The trailer's from like 2012, I believe, and the axles, the Alcos, A-L-K-O, the Alcos that are on it, the rotors are, because since it's a dually, the rotors that are also like the big hub, dually hub, are discontinued. They no longer make them. So you have two options. Buy new 12,000-pound axles just to replace the rotors, because the rotors are not available, you can't get them. Or convert it over to a different company whole brake setup, and that's gonna be everything. The hubs, calipers, rotors, bearings, all of that, which was, I think, about $2,000 a corner. Either way, we're gonna go ahead and just slap some pads on it and call that done, because at least for now, I do wanna get to the bearings, and of course we need to get to these, but we have to get that done because it's supposed to start snowing tonight and tomorrow and for the next like 8 days. And as soon as we're done there, Chris and Beck are gonna go ahead and jump on her LJ here that's looking much closer to finished. It's not there yet, but it at least looks.
We still have a long road.
It looks like a Jeep.
It looks like a Jeep. It looks like a Jeep with axles and steering and all that. And then this pebble bouncer needs to get out of my garage, because that thing has been in here way too freaking long. I think we've had this thing for like a year. How long has this
been here a
It's
year?
been in here, like in this shop since August.
It's been in the shop since August, but it's been on the property for like a year.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, that needs to go before I light that on fire or something. I'm just gonna push it out.
Come get it, John.
Yeah, come get your pebble bouncer, John. So these rotors are only held in with these clips. Like this rotor, this clip literally sits right here with a 9/16 bolt, and it's a floating rotor. So there's one clip at the top, one clip at the bottom. So without that clip, now I got to redo all the brakes. So if that comes off, you lose your rotor, and this one is broken right there. So if you want to go grind it on both sides and just put a little tack, just kind of weld it. Okay, so got this one done. You see we got something leaking pretty good under there, so we're gonna pull the hub, check all that too. But yeah, so it's just that clip and that clip that hold that whole rotor in. But we got new pads on it. All the pads were pretty much done.
Fixed bracket.
Oh, sick. We'll throw that on, we'll be done there. And we gotta throw some hydraulic fluid in the container. All right, let me put this on real quick and we'll go help Chris with the ram. Easy peasy, and then if you look right there, that bushing that's bad, so the spring is hitting this whole setup there. The other ones don't look like that, so maybe I only needed one. Nope, that side's hitting. I can see over there. So this trailer's just, it's just been used and abused. I don't know how abused it was before I got it, but we've had it for like 3 years, and we haven't done anything to it. Keep going. Keep going. Oh, okay, go back. More. It's gonna be a minute. Go back. Okay. Go up. Yes. Keep going. Yep. More. And keep going. Keep going. Stop. Right there. We're in. Oh yeah, there we go. Oh, yeah. Well, that one's off. Real bad. There it goes. All right. Oh yeah. Okay. Damn, we gotta get water, rinse it off. Brake fluid is highly corrosive.
Oh, that's a lot.
That is a lot. That hydro dove was enough to lift up the whole trailer off the ground.
Want to put the other one on too?
Oh yeah. Now I'm gonna run it single wheel. You ready?
Uh-huh. Oh my God! Oh,
It's the bushing of the spring. There's no bushing. It's like falling out.
It's only one eyelet. It's not like a double eyelet
Right.
to where it like floats.
Yeah. So these are normally oil bathtubs, but the inner seal is leaking so badly, we just pumped it full of grease. So we changed it from an oil bath to just grease, which is fine. It says you can do that online. We haven't had any issues. Well, I say that, but that's loose.
Yeah, it's loose.
Just loose.
Yes, for the general public, I know there's a tool for this, but I'm too lazy to run all the way back over to the shop and go get it. Just to let you all know, by the time you run over there and get it.
If you use needle nose, you can. What was everybody saying? Yes, I'm sure a mechanic of 40 years didn't know that if you used needle nose.
But I'm just too lazy to run all the way back over there.
One eternity later.
Still wobbling?
Nope.
Oh, nice.
I would say the hard part's over, but we just found more hard parts. And stop.
Yeah, I found another good one, bud. What about the other side? No, that's pretty much done. There's a little bit left there.
There's no rubber in that guy, so see if we can get that apart. So I got this side out, and as you can see, that's what's left. That's what came out of that hole right there. But we have these new ones. Need to get a little grease, and they should push right in. So I just gotta get some grease on these. And as you can see, the other eyelet on the other side is just as bad. So yeah, I'm just gonna need some grease and grease these guys up. Some little ones on here. Ready? Up. Now I'm gonna push this one right in there. Oh yeah. And then you gotta get your trusty hammer. What do I do with it? Yep. Beck knows what I'm talking about. Trusty hammer. Oh!
Whoa, dinner's ready.
Ta-da!
Well, that was actually a lot of repairs for how quick that went.
Got another one. Ready to catch.
What? Oh.
Here, catch.
Well, that was a lot more jacked up than I thought it was gonna be.
It was a lot easier than we thought it was gonna be.
Well, yeah, all the stuff that started happening, I'm just like, oh man. I didn't really show you the one thing I had to do to one of the brakes. One of the rotors was completely trashed. So the inside part of the finned rotor was probably about half the amount of metal left as the outside.
We're gonna get this by for now until we can figure out what we're gonna do with it.
Yeah. I don't know, is that enough for a video or do we keep filming? I don't know how much you filmed. I don't know what we're doing here. Should we just keep on working for a little bit? Yeah, we got.
At least till the end of the day.
That's true. I haven't even had lunch yet, so. All right, so that won't be the end of the video. We'll see what's up next.
All right, so that was a neighbor's car in the background. I had to fix a couple of leaks on it because it was leaking in the driveway. Did some valve cover gaskets on it. Some easy stuff, delivered that because our neighbors love us. So now the trailer's done and the neighbor's car's done, I'm gonna clean out this area here and we're gonna start working on the bouncer again and get these axles and suspensions set up, put back underneath it and get these new axles installed. So I gotta clean this whole area up. We got some crap back there that has accumulated and I'm gonna get this front axle hung back up so that we can start hanging the coilovers and getting the shock tabs put on.
All right, so Kevin's corner is more organized and put away, at least not all over the floor. We're getting the shocks in the bouncer, got the links in, and then we will weld the shock brackets on, which is what we're currently doing.
We did bump it out to make sure that bottom of the spring doesn't touch the truss,
Right.
full articulation and stuff like that. So this is where they're happy.
Yep.
This is where they're going.
Well, as you guys know, nothing in life is ever easy. So where these tabs are, the shock now doesn't have the room to reach where we want it to go on the axle.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know how they screwed up the left side and the right side, but the right side just kind of goes, and the shock won't come down any farther.
yeah, so he's getting geared up because I'm not a huge fan of the cutoff wheel. I'm fine with grinders, but the cutoff wheel is just, I don't know, it scares me. So he's going to get his gloves and his glasses and his face shield on. and cut these off, and then we're gonna still use the same ones, but just put them in a better spot.
Fire! Make a wish.
Happy birthday!
Here we are. We got the shock tabs down. We've articulated it out. Nobody will interfere. So this is what she's looking like. And this is Beck's favorite thing to do. So we'll come back in a minute after this is all done. The other side tacked up, and then we'll take the shocks off and weld it all up. Oh, wait, actually, you know what we might do? I might put the steering thingy in there.
We're gonna do what?
Put the steering thingy in there.
The steering thingy.
Yeah, the plate you cut out. All right, so now that she got the shocks tacked in here, we're gonna tear this down a little bit, and then we're gonna get the hydraulic ram in here and get that situated and tacked in, and then we'll get this all out, and then she can weld the whole thing up outside.
The steering thingy.
The steering thingy. So here's the steering thingy plate that Beck made. So now we're gonna mount the ram back on it, and we'll center this up and get it put under there. All right, well, she's mounted to the plate. We got centers on everybody. It's bolted up roughly, and it's very linear. I like where this is going. I'm gonna have Beck tack that up. And then we'll pull this axle out of here and we'll gusset this all up outside, and she'll get the shock tabs welded up, all finished, and then we can get this thing stuffed back under here. We'll finish putting it back together, and all new chromollies. There's new chromoly shafts, new gears, and everything. So we'll get this thing all done up tonight. There it is, tacked up. 3, 2, 1. Oh yeah, there it is. So now we'll just tear all this apart, pull this off, and we'll finish welding it up.
Do you want to dance?
Well, that was another day of the life of Lite Brite.
Yeah, and in the next video, we'll get that front end loaded, and we'll get the rear end hung on the bouncer, and we'll see how far we can get in that next video. But for now, that's the end of the day. Thanks for watching. Remember to like and subscribe and share, and you can get all your Lite Brite merch and decals
At litebritstudios.com.
later, guys.
See ya.
Bye.
Nice.
All the bugs.
You didn't spill it.
Not yet. Upgrading to LED bulbs. So we'll have light.
So you guys can
So you can see us
see us better. Yummy.
Ooh.
Look at how nicely you can see the LJ now.
Holy crap, there's a Jeep in here? Oh, this is amazing.
So much better.
If you're contemplating the lighting in your garage, just do it. Oh, it's amazing.
Chris, your iron is steaming.
It's a steam iron. It's just what I made it for. Sick.
Oh wait. Did I not record that whole thing? Oh no, it's just not shutting off for some reason. No! Shut off!
I do want to get to the bearings, and of course we need to get to these, but We got to get that done because it's supposed to. We have to get that done because it's supposed to start snowing